Silence is something that most movies or TV shows try to avoid as much as possible. A lot of shows out there focus on fast, poppy dialogue. The characters talk at breakneck speeds, jokes and memes and references are flying, and if you blink, you'll miss it. Of course, there's nothing inherently wrong with this. I mean, 30 Rock, Gilmore Girls, Kimmy Schmidt, they're all hilarious. And they pack a ton into just a single scene between only a handful of characters. But sometimes a show comes along that doesn't feel the need to constantly slap you in the face with beat after beat, joke after joke, and make sure you don't look away for even 1 second. A show that doesn't always need to manipulate you with sad music over some self-discovery montage every 10 minutes. A show like the Netflix masterpiece, Master of None.
Know why there's no sign up in the sky. Stormy weather since my man and I.
When I watched Master of None, particularly season 2, I laughed at the jokes and I liked the characters just fine, but one thing I really appreciated was how unafraid it was of giving us an unfiltered look at what was going on inside the characters' heads. Of course, this isn't the first TV show or movie to do this, but how they stripped away the music and the exposition and just let the characters be people, just be human, was refreshing and eye-opening, at least for me. There are several cases of this throughout the show, but I just want to focus on a few that really stuck with me. In the episode called New York, I Love You, the main characters are put off to the side in favor of 3 stories about people who would otherwise just be background extras. The second of these vignettes is about a deaf couple living their life having regular conversations about their relationship troubles. Now, this might seem a little on the nose for an essay about silence, but one of the most striking parts of this approximately 10-minute storyline is the fact that the entire sequence is completely silent. We get a real, undramatized look at what the world is like for a deaf person. We have no idea what people are saying around them, no sounds of cars or footsteps. The world becomes a sort of audio wasteland. This small part of the episode is meant to show us regular people who are in some way different from us but still living the same life we do. But it becomes so much more impactful because with all the sound cut, all the music gone, and the voices are all rendered to subtitles, we have to pay attention. You can't have this on in the background while you scroll through completely misused hashtags on Twitter or those slightly racist memes your grandma shares on Facebook. It demands your full attention. Similarly, there's a scene when, after one of the many will they won't they sequences between Dev and Francesca, Dev sits in the back of an Uber contemplating whether he should tell Francesca how he feels or hold back for fear of ruining what they already have. This scene plays out brilliantly, at least in my opinion. While not totally silent, there is a bit of music in the background. We have a lengthy, uncut scene with Dev looking down, he looks out the window, he looks back again, and we know exactly what he's thinking. You feel his dilemma at full force because of the fact that there's no words being spoken, or rather because there doesn't need to be any words whatsoever. And instead of just throwing us into a busy montage, we get a look at someone just being human.
Standing in the door of the pink flamingo, crying in the rain. It was a kind of so love, and I'm gonna make sure it never.
I think pretty much all of us have been in this situation before. Do you make the call? Do you send the email? Do you risk ruining the friendship that you already have by telling them how you feel? What if they feel the same way, or what if they don't? You play the scenario in your head over and over again, thinking of how you should say this or how you could do that, or thinking of the perfect response for whatever they might say to you. This scene is heartbreaking and also masterfully crafted. It conveys a whole monologue, an internal conversation Dev is having with himself spread out over an entire spectrum of emotions. Even in the ending, where we jump from Francesca's silence
Sei pronta?
to this scene. Everything that's happened up to now, the entire emotional story arc between these characters, their relationship we just witnessed, it's all summarized in these few seconds of silence. There's definitely an art to using silence to convey emotion. I think we've all been trained to associate emotional storytelling with quick cuts and music that's almost mathematically engineered to make us feel something. But to take away the words and even the music and just let the situation, the story just tell itself, can be far more effective, not in making us feel an emotion, but in letting us experience one.